on YouTube, and we'll start on. Oh, hold on a sec. Is he going to let me do it on Facebook? Yeah, looks like it. Right. Okay. Do it on Facebook too.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. Okay, so we are live on YouTube and Facebook. Let's have a good show. We got Tom Bell here on Discord, and whoever's going to join us. Local Anesthetic, what do you think of the elections? Let us know. We're going to be having a bit of a chat about that, so that'll be great fun, of course.
Hi, Ollie. Hi, YouTube.
God bless you. God bless you, Tom. We'll catch you in about, I don't know, 5 minutes, mate. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh. 10 minutes. 11 minutes, people. Okay, 12. Make it 12.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Yeah. That's what I thought. You crazy woman! Coming on for a round. I can feel a rant coming on. Ooh. God bless you, Adam Chelts. We got Lopi, Mickey, Mr. Screaming Sheep. That's Tom Bell. And on the Discord. Talking about these bloody elections. Blimey, we're nearly there. Oh, it's good. Good escape song. Come on, get on with it. We're running a minute late, people. A minute late. I don't know. Hold on a sec. Just crying out loud.
Don't worry, Ollie. Don't
Good.
worry.
Thank God for that. Blimey.
Don't worry.
Oh. That's how UKIP felt this morning, I tell you. William Davis is only eating beans alone. Struth, nearly there, I tell you what. Blimey. Oh, that'll do. Oh, Struth. Here we go.
It's been for me, Ollie. You know, Henry Bowles why?
Evening all. Oh, hold up. Oh, wasn't that one? Oh. Evening all.
Hello.
Yeah, this is the Daily Chaos on Friday.
Yay!
The show ain't daily, but the chaos is.
Yeah.
Auto Am Ready KO. I'm Olly Connelly. Thanks for turning up.
Ollie, we know your name.
And now, local anesthetic. a few people wanted a local anaesthetic today, maybe a general. Taking your calls here on Discord. That's gov.ly/rant. And yeah, we've got a few folks here. We've got Adam Chels. We've got Mickey. We've got Tom Bell. And you got me.
Hey, you forgot me, you cow.
Hey, Lopi. Hello, Lopi. How are you, girl?
Leave the best till last. Leave the best till last.
Yeah, any excuse for a rant, and we'll see you in the comments. If you want to bung us a beer, big cheers. You can use paypal.me/Brexit. You can share the show, like the post, like the page, all that. Yeah, yes, please, 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 please. Defeat fascist bot! They haven't actually unpublished my page in 2 whole days, and they have deigned to give me back the reviews. God bless you. Did you vote today?
No. I didn't.
Oh, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Yep, this was it. Yeah. Let folks know that we're talking, we're watching, we're thinking, we're acting.
They're all no good.
Did everybody vote?
I spoiled mine.
Did you, Tom? You spoilt it.
Yep.
What were the
Yeah.
choices on it?
Labour, Conservative, or Green Party.
Labour, Conservative, or Greens?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised you spoilt it. What about you, Mickey? Go on.
For me, Ollie, I didn't know who to vote for.
Mhm.
I looked on who to vote for, and it said Yorkshire Party, Lib Dems, Conservative, Labour.
You had the
No, I
Yorkshire
didn't.
Party.
Yeah,
The Yorkshire Party. I haven't heard of the Yorkshire Party. Right. Okay.
I
Me
didn't.
neither.
I didn't go and vote, to be honest.
You had the Yorkshire Party, and who else on your ballot?
I think it were Conservative, Lib Dems, and Labour. And all I know about my area, Labour won.
So was it not worth maybe, putting a punt on the Yorkshire Party?
Not sure, to be honest. I decided not to go in the end.
What does the Yorkshire Party think in terms of Brexit?
Not quite sure.
What about you, Adam Chelts? Adam Chelts, can you hear us? We've got Carl here as well. We've got Carl Stephen popped in, and we've got Sam.
Yeah, mate, I'm still here. I'm still here.
All right, Adam. Hey, Adam. What did you do then? What about you? Who was on your ballot? What were the choices for you? It seems as though UKIP had a pretty narrow field, and the DVP didn't seem to fill the gaps. Maybe they just didn't see any point in these particular constituencies, which are like Donkey Rosette type constituencies. What was the deal? What was your choice?
Well, I actually didn't vote because I don't see any difference about whoever comes in power. But the choices on the ballot paper was Labour, Conservative, or Liberal Democrats.
Labour, Conservative, or Liberal Democrat? That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
What's your
Must be
constituency?
different where you live.
What's your constituency,
that?
Adam?
Well, obviously I didn't vote, but if I was to vote, well, I don't know.
Well, it's still your
You just
constituency,
never
sir.
vote.
You're still a part of that
What was that, Ollie?
constituency. It's still your
Yeah, I know.
constituency. You're still a part of that constituency, whether you choose to vote or if you choose not to. And that's a very interesting debate as to, So hold on a sec. So you and Mickey and Tom, none of you voted. Carl Stephen, that's 3 out of 3 so far. Carl
Hello,
Stephen,
Ollie.
you did,
Yeah, we had Lib, Lab, and Com. We also had UKIP, because I'm in Broadheath, which is a part of Trafford, who got their arse slapped because it was normally a Conservative stronghold. So it's the Labour's got in. Well, they haven't got in. It's just not a full functioning council. It's split. But Labour's got the biggest votes in it. I actually voted for an independent, so I did vote.
Right.
I voted for an independent, and his name was Steve Farden, and he was the Vote Leave group organiser for Trafford. So he got my vote on that.
He was the Vote Leave organizer for Trafford, and he's running as an
Yes.
independent in your constituency. Okay, cool.
He's
Yeah,
brought
sounds like it. Sounds like a good vote. Pardon?
My vote. I nearly went with UKIP, but there's a lot of people around here, being Trafford in a rich area. They want to stay in the EU because they think life's beautiful because they've got over £1 million and they've all of a sudden they live in a different world to most people, don't they?
Mm.
So they don't live in the real world, do they? So
Mm.
I've had many interesting conversation in the pub, though. I'll give it that when it was coming up to the referendum.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I've
Go-
had a lot
yeah.
of Labour people talk to me.
There are Liberals who, and when I go down to Wales as well, there's a big group of Liberals down there, and they were voting for Labour, and I was like, why are you voting for Labour if you're Liberal? And they were doing it to make sure the Conservatives didn't get back in. They didn't care who was going to get in, but they didn't want the Conservatives in. And they just looked like spoiled school kids to me. And acting like it. You know, if you're going to vote, you vote for the person you believe in and what you believe in. You don't go and vote for somebody you don't believe in because you don't want the other party to get in. That's just childish, I think. I'll be honest with you. Constructive voting or whatever they bloody call it. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, happy
All
Friday!
And
I tell you what I did. I
go
got,
on, Mickey. Yep.
I got a Labour leaflet through the door the other day. As soon as I saw it, I screwed it up in a bar and chucked it in the bin.
What about you, Sam? Sam, did you vote yesterday?
I didn't have elections in my area.
Ah, why not? You're East End way,
I've got
aren't you?
clue.
You're down the estuary down there, yeah? South.
I'm in Kent.
Kent.
So, no, we didn't have any in my. I don't think we had any at all in my whole town, but we had some last year. So,
Right. Right.
Mobley, which is just over the border from me here, that's in Cheshire, and they didn't have any voting either for councillors, so it was only certain areas what had it.
Okay, Melvin Jones says too many keyboard commanders and non-voters. This is an interesting debate. I want to discuss this very point with you guys later because I can understand arguments on both sides of this, why people should or they should not vote. Personally, I think if there is I think spoiled ballots should be counted. Is the most important thing of all. That really does. Then politics becomes more accountable. But of course, they don't want that, do they? Stab would cut up, but we'll have this debate a bit more. We, the people, the non-voters, are always the biggest group. Therefore, any political party shitheads that may win a tossing contest clearly has no mandate, says Stab would cut out. John Middleton, you didn't vote. Your S Corporation voted. Your person is different to another name. No, I didn't get my payment for the S Corporation, says John Middleton also. Okay. All right. Let's have a look and see what's going on in the world of fake stream. And on Facebook, I'll try and keep you. There you go. There you can have the. Can you see it? Oh, you can't see it, can you? Hold on. Let me just see if I can give you a media panel. Oh, it's not working there. Oh well. And on YouTube, you can. Oh, blimey, you don't want that. Right. Okay. Okay. I've been playing with the graphics on both YouTube and Facebook. Because I'm simulcasting, I can't put video on both of them. And so YouTube gets priority because so far they haven't been unpublishing the page and stuff like that, like Facebook are. But anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of trying to move away from Facebook as much as I can. But on the other hand, I understand that folks want to see it on Facebook too. So, and I appreciate that. And thank you. And so I've got the comments for both YouTube and Facebook on the Facebook stream throughout the evening and indeed throughout the hour and on YouTube too. But when I go through a bit of the news section, I'll pull the news up on the YouTube stream as well. I can't seem to put it up on the Facebook stream. So guys, you just got the comments. Anyway, right. So stuff going
Also
on.
got this-
Go on.
This Sunday as well, May the 6th, you've got Tommy Robinson going down, freedom of speech, and everybody who going to the Speaker's Corner as well, Ollie, this weekend.
Good, excellent, and yeah, okay. Want to talk about that? I think also that there are a few folks that are expecting some Antifa violence, and are telling people to prepare for that. So yeah, no, I've made a note. We'll cover that a bit. Just a couple of things, yeah. Despite them continuing to throw the book at him as much as they can, if you like, the deep state, Trump approval, according to Rasmussen reports that Drudge follows anyway, they're polling him at 51%. 51%. He was that's up from 49 last week, I think. So America doesn't seem to be too bothered about a lot of the shenanigans going on over there in the media. Anyway, maybe more impressed with what's going on in North Korea than with Stormy Daniels' revelations. Don't know. Pentagon confirms Chinese fired lasers at U.S. pilots. Yeah, that's a pretty big story. Incidents near Beijing's Djibouti military base injured American air crews flying nearby. Struth. The Pentagon confirmed Thursday that Chinese nationals fired lasers near a military base in East Africa against U.S. military aircraft in the region, injuring several pilots. Tell you what, that's pretty bloody dodgy, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
a snook flew over my house last week as well.
What do you mean, Adam? A snook? Well, that's a kind of helicopter.
Yeah.
Should it not? I don't know. Is that an American helicopter or what? A Chinook?
Well, I didn't really see it, but I definitely heard it, of course.
A Chinook?
But,
you mean a Chinook?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's lucky they didn't pop in. They might have done a Bin Laden or something, because they heard your radio show. And they thought, we'll go and pick him up, that Adam Chelts. Anyway, are you doing a show tonight? Are you doing a show, Adam, tonight?
I was going to, but no, I'm not.
You lazy bugger. Right, okay. According to the Builder Graph, we'll talk a bit more about your show in a bit, Adam, if we might. The Builder Graph, Labour fails to make London breakthrough in wake of anti-Semitism row as Theresa May hails strong night for Tories. That's their take on it. Let's just see what their headlines are. They do have some pretty fair bullets on Builder Graph, albeit completely biased, of course. Local elections results 2018. Conservatives see off challenges in flagship London councils. Wandsworth was the main one, wasn't it?
Well,
Labour
it was
did
elections when Labour lost their momentum. The big concern for the Tories had been Labour's attack on trying to...
Oh, no, I don't want to hear what he's... Christopher Hope. Jeremy Corbyn's party fails to take Tory crown jewel authorities, such as Wandsworth. Yeah, that would have been a big hit. They really wanted that. Sadiq Khan, you failed, mate. Tories gain Barnet. I mean, is there any surprise after the increase in all the crime under this mayoralty, for God's sake, and so on? Anyway, Tories gain Barnet after anti-Semitism row damages Labour. Tories gain Barnet. I hadn't realised that one. Ken Livingstone, Hitler comments may have cost Labour Barnet. Yeah, they were comparing Theresa May to Hitler, weren't they? I mean, Jesus, they did it with Trump. They did it with what a lot of.
I saw a debate about Theresa May as well on Facebook. That an article debating whether she's actually female because of Adam's apple.
Yeah, there are stories about that, aren't there? I don't know.
She's a woman.
I mean, yeah.
Can I ask a question about that statement? How
Go on,
can
Lopi.
she be upset when the truth is quite apparent? I mean, who the hell goes and says the state owns your children, and then goes and gets offended for being sidelined as the Hitler incarnate? Come on, it's the truth.
What's that? Sorry, Lopi, say that again, please.
Been noted to state that the state owns everybody's children.
Yeah.
Do whatever
Apparently.
they want. Yet she's being told. People are saying that she's offended by being called Hitler. Hitler did the same thing. Hitler said the state owns your children. That sort of aspect. Why is she upset with the truth? Oh, God, get over it, woman.
Oh, come on. She's not exactly racked up the same number of atrocities yet. Give her a chance, Lopi.
Well,
I don't know.
saying
Anyway,
that, yeah, I'll
right.
give her a chance.
Paul
I
Hart
hope
says
she's
Theresa
remembered
May is cabal. And that's the bottom line. That's really what you're saying, Lopi, yeah? Is that she's a member of the Bilderberg Illuminati type set. No?
I mean, why be offended with the truth? It's the truth. You know,
well, there's more truth to that than there is saying that she's another Hitler. Because, I mean, you know, well, give her a chance. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Just the rest of these bullets, yeah? Ken Livingston, Hitler comments may have cost Labour Barnett, he says. UKIP General Secretary compares party to the Black Death. UKIP's General Secretary compared his party, UKIP, to the Black Death. And we've got, I asked Bill Etheridge if he fancied coming on at some stage. I don't know. He hasn't come back to me yet. And Daryl Goodlife from Daryl Goodlife from UKIP Central, from Kipper Central, will be popping on Monday to have a bit of a chat about what this means for UKIP. I mean, well, Sam, what do you think it means for UKIP? It was a disaster.
Well, I knew it would happen because there's been so much stuff going on in UKIP the last 2 years that people can't see a strong leader, strong team.
But this new guy,
it's not finished.
This new guy looks pretty strong, and he looks to be on side with what the membership want. No.
Yeah, well, I mean, to tell you the truth, it wasn't a complete washout. I mean, what you've got to remember is
they got 2 seats, Sam.
No,
didn't they?
It's not about
what do they get?
It's
Go on.
about what?
What? How many people turned out to vote for them? You mean?
No. It's like the Labour leader of Derby Council.
Yeah.
Was dethroned by UKIP.
Yeah. That's right. That was a big one, wasn't it?
He got a very high percentage. I mean, Alan Graves, I think his name is. And they both got over 40% of the vote, which is quite good. I think
that
there was
is
another
one.
as well,
that is, if you like, from UKIP's point of view, that's one silver lining on an enormous, bloody great big grey cloud.
I mean, we did know. We knew it would be a washout. We're more well. I'm not UKIP, by the way. We're people in UKIP.
I think as Brexiteers, we sympathise with UKIP's plight, though, don't we? Yes. I mean, whether or not we directly support them, or would like to,
I mean,
or
look
what.
Look at all the fringe parties that have started out and come out. They didn't get anything either. A lot of the fringe parties, even the Remain parties that have come out, got nothing either. No one stood in local elections. So it was really a 3-horse race.
Because people don't really take the locals seriously anyway, do they?
No, well, they don't. People in local elections, they vote for the people that make a difference in their town.
Yeah, hopefully they do.
You could be a UKIP supporter or voter, but you've got the best Liberal Democrat councillor that's worked really hard in your area. They will vote for them.
Steve Wolf summed it up very well, what I saw. He said that UKIP lost the votes back to Conservatives and not to the Labour voters. He reckons, on analysing it, was because Labour won't commit to a full Brexit, as in they want to stay in the customs union or a form of a customs union.
Yeah.
The people who want Brexit went back to vote for the Conservatives to make sure they were stronger, because they disagreed the way Labour was handling Britex. And remember, we are the majority, aren't we?
I think you're right.
That was his analysing it, and I think
who was that?
On, to be honest, Steve Wolf.
Steve Wolf said that. Stephen Wolf. Yeah, I think he's spot on.
I agree with
Angela Chandler said something similar in her group, Daily Brexit and the Betrayal. I think that's about the right analysis. It's like, it's the best of a bad lot, isn't it? And if you do want Brexit, then at least we've got some semblance of Brexit with this government, whereas with Labour?
Yeah. Well, that's what, I mean, on the groups that I'm on and stuff that I do, people were saying that they only had a choice of the three, so they either spoiled their ballot or they picked Conservatives.
Stab Woodcutter says, UKIP just a political party, same as all the rest. Ask former City Hedge Fund CEO Farage, who never talks about the FCO 301048. It has to be said. John Middleton, the government's persona of reality. Go on.
I had to educate my own mother on this election, because obviously she works for the NHS, and she's for years she's been voting the Conservatives. But I had to actually educate her and tell her that the fact that the reason she's losing her job in the NHS is because of all the cuts which Theresa May is actually doing.
Yeah. And they don't understand that in the NHS, having a chat between themselves?
No, well, the place where my mum's actually working at the minute, it's going private. So.
What does your mum do, Adam?
She's a domestic.
Right. And what kind of clinic is it?
Well, it's just a normal health centre. Well, like doctors,
so it's
like medical.
So basically, it's the local health centre for a community.
Yeah.
And it's going to have to go private.
It's going private, yes.
It is going private.
Yes.
So it means it's turning into a corporation. So it is backdoor. Yes. It's backdoor treatment.
Who's going to own it then? Who's going to run it? Richard Branson or somebody? Somebody that's calling for the EU, yeah? Someone that's calling for EU.
She did actually say who's buying it, but I can't remember the name now. Who's buying it?
Blimey, I tell you. It's incredible, isn't it?
And send your mum a text there, Adam. Send your mum a text and see if you can find out, and we can have a Dougal while we're on the show.
So we've been chucking how many tens of billions of quids? We've been chucking how many hundreds of billions of quids into this EU fascist political project that hasn't given us anything. We couldn't have got through just trading, just with a trade body. We've given them hundreds of millions of billions, hundreds of billions of pounds, and we could have put that into the NHS. Guess what? Or had a tax cut, or something or other. You know, given Tony Blair a fair trial. We could have spent some money on that. Yes. Okay. Right. So what else is going on? Let's have a look. See what else is going on. Hey, go on, Lopi.
I think it's Chelsea. How much you want to bet that the people that are buying up your mum's clinic is either Muslim or Saudi Muslim or Muslim? How much you want to bet? I'll put a tenner on that.
I do actually think it's a high percentage that it will actually become a Muslim. I really do.
I just want to say hi to Helen Lasky-Smith, who is even more technically incompetent than me. And she does take the cake, bless her. And she works for the NHS. And we love her. So anyway, Helen, thanks for popping in. It's good to see that you made it. Blimey. Okay, right. So let's see
the text has been sent.
Good, excellent. So yes, the Times. Labour failed to seize ground in biggest test since general election, and Corbyn never recovered from botched response to Salisbury spy poisoning, according to them. I would have thought that all this anti-Semitic stuff has affected their vote a bit, no? 4,000. Okay, here's another angle on it as well. 4,000, this is not so independent. 4,000 people turned away from polling stations after controversial voter ID trial. Labour urges the government to scrap the pilot, saying it undermined democracy. As figures suggest, 3,009. Hold on, Adam. Hold on. Well, as figures suggest, 3,981 were denied a vote. The big election moments never were. Should they scrap the pilot, or should we actually enforce voter ID?
Need to scrap it at the moment because it is only a pilot in certain areas. So even though it is 3,000 whatever votes you said, Ollie, if it's only in 4 places, that's 1,000 votes average for each place, and that's enough to make sure Conservatives, Labour, or Lib Dem don't get in. It's.
You're absolutely right. There were a lot of
seats.
seats. A lot of seats of the general election went one way or the other with a majority of under 1,000. There were many, at least a dozen, I'd say, at least. Yeah, you're damn right. It's actually quite a big lot.
I'm not sure how many areas had the pilot, but let's say
I think it was 4. I heard something like that. Anyway,
if there is 4,000 votes amiss, you're looking on average 1,000 votes for each place, and that
is a lot.
Swing a vote. That will swing a vote. So it's illegal.
Yeah.
Okay. Stav Woodcutter says Branson has NHS/private hospital near me called Horder Centre. He has quite a few now.
Yeah, well, my mum has just responded and said it's going to be a private company called OCS.
OCS?
Yeah.
OCS.
I haven't a clue what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's have a look and just get into this story a bit more and just see what they say, because this is quite interesting. But then again, it's the Independent. Oh God, hold on. I'll try and find it from someone else because I can't stand the bloody Independent. Then again, okay, Hawaii is apparently just a few other things. Just throw these in. Hawaii is looking at banning sunscreen products linked to coral reef damage. The state will outlaw the sale of more than 3,500 products thought to harm sea life. Flight MH370. So these are just a few things that I just thought were quite interesting. Surge, the flight MH370 that went into the sea somewhere or other, solves a 140-year-old mystery of vanishing ships. Sonar search for missing Malaysia Airlines plane uncovered 2 lost shipwrecks in the Indian Ocean. Well, there you go. I don't know why I pulled that up. Anyway, local election results. UKIP General Secretary compares his party to the Black Death after it's nearly wiped out. Let's see if we can hear what he had to say, I suppose. In fact, you know what? No, let's not bother. Right. Man trying to take selfie with bear is mauled to death. Sorry, for some reason that made me laugh, that one. Police catch man trying to have sex with a car and shoot him with a stun gun. Right, okay. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, these are just things I pulled up before the show. I was in a hurry. Independent, let's face it, Labour would do much better at the local elections if Sherry Blair was the leader instead of Corbyn. Oh my God. Mark Steele, you are a moron. The Guardian, Mahmoud Abbas says Palestinian president apologized for Holocaust speech. Oh, blimey. Donald Trump, president, says Giuliani doesn't have his facts straight on Stormy Daniels. It's your attorney, sir. And he didn't seem to have his facts straight over 9/11, it seemed to me. Tell you that. Anyway, right, okay. The Express.
Question, Ollie.
Yeah, go on.
Adam.
Go on.
Adam.
Yeah.
Was it OCS?
There isn't any news today, really. Carry on. Yeah, Carl.
OCS, yes.
RCS, not OCS. RCS.
Yeah. Octopus, Charlie, Snake.
OCS.
OCS is medical
Okay,
system.
I'm on right here then. Okay. OCS Care Agency Limited. There's one in Abergele, but there's actually a group of it as well. So you've got OCS Group UK, Faculties Management and Maintenance Services. You've also got this one, which is OCS Care Agency, Abergele, North Wales. Services provide a range of task cares, which include assistance to people's care, such as washing, dressing, assistance, going into bed care area. So if it is, it sounds like the company is for healthcare for older people. I'm going to have your doctors and take your doctors over. They are expanding the company they've got for older healthcare or people in need of healthcare, and then going to be running your local doctors as well. But it is a limited. It is a part of a limited company, so you could find it several companies all under one umbrella. But it looks like it is being privatised, mate. I'm sorry about that, but it looks that way.
Okay,
Yeah,
look.
how do you do that?
Medical system, which is based out of India.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that we all know that there's a lot of Indian doctors in that. So
Okay. Look, I want to get back to the election. But because I want to take up the point that was made about people not voting and whether or not they should. And I think that's a very interesting little chat. But before I do, I want to play this clip because it was just funny and it's so what's going on.
No idea.
This was question time yet again. Okay.
I think I'm probably the only Brexiteer on this panel. Is that right?
I've no idea.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I feel it feels a bit like
She was, and yes, David Dimbleby, you knew damn well. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Anyway, I mean, aren't you just fed up of it? Every BBC program has a biased slant to I don't know, idiots. Anyway, going nowhere fast, bureaucrats claimed Britain can't leave EU customs union before 2023. This is the story that actually we should be talking about probably instead of the local elections entirely. I mean, actually, the local elections are important for the communities. They are. But on a national scale, this story actually, okay, it is rhetoric as well. It could be argued. But nonetheless, I find this quite worrying, and I think that there should be more prominence to it. Well done, Breitbart, for top storying it. Bureaucrats are telling the government that Britain cannot leave the EU's customs union before 2023. 7 years after the public voted for Brexit, senior members of the civil service are claiming that new infrastructure, this is the civil service, yeah. This is the bloody civil service, the bloody Ramon Artses. The new infrastructure allowing for relatively seamless trade between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland will take years to install. The estimate is that they'll end up blowing up the bloody factories before they're allowed to be used to get us out. The estimate is it would take 5 years to get the new technology up and running. Olly Robbins, the top Brexit civil servant, isn't that an oxymoron, said it could be done by 2022 at a pinch. But most people think that even 5 years is an optimistic estimate. A Whitehall source told the Buildergraph, the Remainers will try to use it to keep us in the customs union for good. I didn't say that. And they will then argue that we might as well be in the single market as well.
This is a load of rubbish because Switzerland, who's not in the EU, has more traffic flowing through it of EU goods and there's no problem whatsoever. It's the biggest load of hairy balls I've ever seen. It's absolutely a load of rubbish.
It's hairy balls, isn't it? It's hairy balls.
It has all this trade going through it. I'm sorry, I'm having a rant, mate.
No, you do it.
This thing about Ireland is a load of rubbish, and it's a storm in a teacup. Yeah, when you got Switzerland, which is not in the EU, and they have all the EU trade which goes through their borders, why should there be a problem with any other country, whether it's a part of the EU or not?
Jay Carey says Switzerland is a tax haven and the home of the BIS. That's the banking thing, isn't it? There's a very good reason they are treated well. Yeah. They also will have guns in their homes. That's another reason they're treated quite well, I guess. Paul Hart says, remember we went airwaves, rent, and the government found the BBC. Remember, we rent airwaves, rent, the government found the BBC, says Paul Hart. Yeah, okay, right. Yes, it's very annoying. We've got Barbara Sherratt who's popped in as well. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can pull Barbara in. Oh, hold on. What's going on with my mouse? Oh, blimey. Right. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I've got a dual monitor thing here now. It's very flash. Very flash. Right. Barbara Sherratt, God bless you. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Ollie.
Lovely to have you back on the show. What would you like to say? Barbara.
Fine, thank you.
Good. You're very welcome to chip in whenever you like.
Will do.
Paul Hart says I have to pay a ransom from the EU to receive goods from America. Yeah. I think that's going to get worse, isn't it? As I understand it. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. There we go. So Tom. Look, right. People, what I want to ask you, okay, Barbara, did you vote yesterday? Because we've had 3 people here who didn't. 4 now.
No.
You didn't?
No,
why not?
We only had Live LabCon, so I didn't vote.
Do you mind my asking which is your constituency?
Bolton.
Right. So you were a Bolton Wanderer.
No, I'm not.
Yes, I am.
So,
I'm actually near Bolton.
you see, there's somebody in the comments who said, sorry, I can't remember who it was. But thank you. And it was Chris. No, it wasn't. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, thank you. It was a very
interesting, Ollie, on this note. Could we ask the listeners to intervene and put in the comment if they voted? Just put yes or no if they voted, and we'll see if the listeners can see who voted there. Not that we're looking who voted, just to see what proportion of people voted yesterday.
That's a very good idea. Please do. Yes or no? Yes or no? Did you vote? Did you vote yesterday or the day before, whenever it bloody was? It seems such a long time away now. Yes. Did you vote? And if you didn't, why not? And who was on your ballot? Did you get a chance? The DVP was the other one, Sam. The DVP. What happened to them?
Apparently they didn't do too bad, Ollie, going by the posts on their Facebook.
Oh, really?
Got a few votes, yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear.
I don't know. I haven't seen official numbers. They haven't
Sam,
posted them yet.
what? Just one sec. Go on, Barbara. What did you see then?
There was a list. I think there was about 8 in the list. There was Labour, Conservative, Liberals, Greens, then For Britain, then the DVP, then UKIP, and there was somebody else after that. Not sure, but Tom, I can't remember his surname. Tom somebody. He stood and he got 108 votes or so. I mean, I know it's not much, but they've only been launched since February, so can't expect that much from them just yet.
Thomas White, I wrote on my ballot paper, none of the above. I only vote UKIP. You see, I think, Thomas, that should be counted as a spoilt ballot. And it isn't, is it? It doesn't. It goes in the bin. I think it's disgusting that when you make a protest like that your protest isn't counted, and that our politicians, that are supposed to be our public servants, are not questioning. Hold on a sec. Why do these people not want to vote for any of these folks? What does that tell us? But they don't account for it. No voting in my area, says Helen. Daisy Matthews, no, because no election where I live. Steve Freedom, no election in my area. I didn't vote, says Gail Marie Gandy. Charlotte Jameson did vote. I voted 2 independents out of a choice of 3. Maureen Smith, Freedom of Speech March, Sunday the 6th, starting from Speaker's Corner at 1 p.m. to Whitehall, points out Gillian Bland. Thank you, Gillian. As did Carl, no? This is Speaker's Corner. Let's go over this now then, and then maybe we'll come back to this. Should we vote or should we not, given the opportunity, even if we're having to hold our nose while we're doing it? But okay, Carl. So this is Sunday, yeah? Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, I think everyone's invited. Anybody who wants to go. There's a couple of groups who are going. I'm sure if you follow Tommy Robinson, you'll know the groups are. I'll probably say it wrong if otherwise, but I better check before I say something like that. But yeah, there's a few groups of people going. It's about freedom of speech. Whether it's making a point, isn't it?
Are we seeing Speaker's Corner becoming a rallying point?
Few people looking at Speaker's Corner who do live on YouTube. Some are heavy Christian, being religious, and they're having their saying spat. There was a lady whose son was mowed down, the 3 of them, and they were claiming he was a drink driver rather than anything else. And she's saying it's for what it really was. And she was having a memorial for her son on the date, going there to Speaker's Corner to talk about it and say how she thought the police had dealt with it was wrong. What say she got harassed, asking if she was the organiser. And you can't be an organiser on Speaker's Corner. You can go there and have your rant. You're not allowed to rally up people. So she's like a trick question. And she said, no, I'm just who I am, but why do you asking me if I'm the organiser? It is quite interesting to watch how it was handled.
So what time, if people do want to turn up, should they try to get to Speaker's Corner then?
I would say check. I think it was 1 o'clock or somewhere around 1 o'clock off the top of my head. I'd have to.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I'd say I don't.
1
I'm
o'clock
saying
at
stuff.
Speaker's Corner, and then I think
Cool,
they're going
Sam.
up at 3 to Twitter.
What's that? 1 o'clock at Speaker's Corner, and then it's round your gaff.
Speaker's
Sam.
Corner, and then I think it's 3 at Whitehall. Is it Whitehall they're going to at 3?
Yeah,
They're all going round.
Twitter.
They're
going
marching from Speaker's Corner to Whitehall.
That's it. At 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock okay, all right. 1 o'clock Speaker's Corner, 3 o'clock at Whitehall, and then 5 o'clock or just after tea round at Sam's place for a cup of tea.
I've got a question. On the ballot, do they have a write-in area? Because over here in America, they have a spot where you can write in your candidate or somebody that's not on the ballot.
No.
You're not allowed to. All you're allowed to do is put an X on it. Do anything else, it's a spoiled vote. And apparently that goes to the one who gets the highest votes to Summit. Someone explained to me the other day, which I found quite bizarre. But if you write on it and put your personal opinion on it, it's spoiled whether you put your X in the box. Now, when you go into our boxes, Lopi, you're given a pencil. Now, you can.
I use a pen.
It has to be a black ball.
Yeah, people should take pens.
Lopi, it has to be a black ballpoint pen. I actually always take a black ballpoint pen in with me.
Right.
Yeah.
And not do it in pencil.
I'm just vote for Lopi. If you want to spoil it, maybe I'll.
Well, yeah, but if you see, I don't agree if you spoil the vote. You're better not voting. But if you don't vote,
Why are you better off not voting than spoiling a ballot paper, Carl?
Because if you are going not to vote, you are basically leaving the people and having it, and you're not a part of it. So that's where the argument comes in. How can you have an opinion when you choose not to vote?
Because your opinion is that whoever you vote for.
But if you spoil your vote, I believe if you spoil your vote in protest, that still gets counted as a vote.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It doesn't.
What happens when you spoil a ballot paper is every councillor has to see it and witness it, and then they sign a bit of paper to say they witnessed it, and then it goes in the bin.
Then they throw it away, and they do not count it, do they?
No. But all the people, all the councillors in that area get to see what you've written on that ballot.
On the radio, I heard how many spoilt ballot papers there were for an area. And so they must count how many spoilt papers there were before they throw them away.
Yes, it's all registered.
So they do count them. They do count them. But hold on a sec. They don't count them. They don't count them as a protest, though, do they? They count them as.
No, they count them as spoiled ballots.
Well, that is. Well, it isn't necessarily a protest if you spoil your ballot paper. I mean, you could do it mistakenly, for example, as well.
It is if you want to send a message to the councillors that are going to be reading your ballot paper.
They don't. Do they account for them? Maybe it.
They all have to. If there's a spoiled
they
ballot
do
paper,
actually. Yes,
every
they do count
that's
for them.
in there watching the watch has to see it.
So actually,
one of the councils, Ollie, this is funny.
On,
one
Carl.
of the councils had a recount and had to keep recounting, hadn't finished because what the votes they had didn't sum up to how many people registered to go in to vote. There was more people who voted who registered to vote, so they've had to keep. I don't know what the outcome was, and I can't remember the area.
I heard that.
I was on the radio today, and I was killing myself laughing driving the car. They hadn't put the votes. I was driving to work this morning, so it was 8 o'clock in the morning. I must have heard this. And I thought, what? He said it wasn't mathematical possibility, so they've had to keep redoing it. So how? So they've put more votes in the box than there was people who actually voted.
It was voter fraud.
What area? I'm not sure even they said what area it was, but I'd look into that.
On British Politics, there was a bloke who had kindly screenshotted his voting cards of someone that died 3 years previous and had been voting for 3 years with it. So obviously people notified the relevant authorities, as they do. He was a Labour voter, obviously.
I want people's opinion on this. I got told if you don't vote, then your vote automatically goes to the Tories, which I then spoke with
No.
I then spoke with the person that he's from Labour, but he was running to become councillor of my area, and he says, "Well, that's a load of BS."
What I think they're trying to say with that is, if you that choose not to vote, the person in power, your vote doesn't count against them, whoever you vote against them with.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a lost vote. So he's sort of right, but not correct.
Right.
So if you don't vote, if you choose not to vote or don't vote or can't vote, if you're disagreeing with who's in power, the Conservatives, for example, and you're disagreeing with them, you're going to choose Labour and Lib Dems, or you might go for an independent, or if
Labour
you can.
won in my area.
And that's the problem. If you can. Yes, if you can. If you haven't got someone as an independent, you can't even vote for them. Never mind agree with them.
No, there were no independent. There were no independents.
I just read that there was 4,000 voters turned away because they didn't have ID. You know, they were doing that trial of the voter IDs.
I'm sure that's
Bromley,
illegal.
Woking, Gosport, Watford and Swindon.
That's right, Barbara.
It was carried out and 4,000 of them turned away.
But
it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot, eh?
Your polling station is literally going to be within 10-15 minutes of your house, is it not?
That's David Wolf there.
How hard is it to go home?
I can't hear you, mate. I can see you trying to talk, but I can't hear you. Open a new browser window and go back into.
You can't hear David.
Discord. I
Can't?
can't know.
Ah. We've got Chrissy Morris here too. Chrissy Morris, hello, sir. Chrissy, if you want to join in, please do. Tell us your thoughts. We want to know what you did with regards to your voting too. And I don't know, David, I could hear you. David, are you there? David Wolf.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, just about to get my show. But
can you not?
I was going to say.
Can you not hear him, Carl? Carl, can you not hear him? Oh. Go on, David. You were going to say, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that these people getting turned away because they didn't have their ID with them. Well, your polling station shouldn't be more than 15, 20 minutes away from your house. How difficult is it to turn around, go back home, grab your ID, and walk back? Not exactly, the be all and end all. If somebody says, "Well, we want to see your ID before you vote," and with voter fraud, we've just explained earlier on the show going on.
I think that there is an argument for that, but on the other hand, also it's a bit messy, isn't it? And when you're asking maybe some people who perhaps have impaired mobility, for example, to go and get their ID, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. I mean, I just wonder if it should just be done nationally, proper, like this. Yes, guess what? You need an ID to vote because there are so many illegal immigrants or whatever in the country. God knows what. I know people that are Americans that were voting in the referendum on the EU, such as the demographic engineering that's been wrought upon us by the EU. I'll tell you, you got to have an ID, and that's it. But Carl made a great point yesterday. Just use a driving license and get the DVLA, DVLC, whatever it's called these days, to bed with a national database, and you've already got the licensing thing there anyway. Just roll them out for everybody. Some people won't drive, and other people. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, go on. Yes.
Do you know
Sam.
that if you contact your local council, you can get a letter from your local council electoral department that identifies you that's accepted?
What? No photo, no
for free.
What do you need to get?
You go to your local council and you go to the electoral department, and they will give you an identification letter stating who you are, where you live, all that stuff for free. They'll do that for homeless people so they can vote.
Well, they should know because they basically own us. Oh, I'm joking. Well,
but what about
semi-joking? Hold on. Hey, look, I want to ask this question, people. I want to ask this question just quickly because it's come in and it was interesting. Noni O'Brien, thank you, sir. I'm American, and I see people say they will greet my president when he comes. But other posts, including your mayor, that's Sadiq Khan, isn't it? Yeah, we don't like him. Calling for a march against him coming. Just wondering your thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on this, people? Don't scream at once.
I think he's going to be great. He's been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for creating peace in Korea.
The question is, what do you think of the mayor? Basically, and the criticism to the Trump visit.
Too rude.
Hey,
he's a dipstick.
Who's a dipstick?
Sadiq Khan.
Right, Barbara.
Dipstick. Apparently, they are saving.
I can tell you, Noni, that everybody that is on this show agrees with exactly this. I can promise you that. I can absolutely assure you 100%. There is no doubt in my mind. I doubt there's anybody watching this, apart from a troll who works for, I don't know, Peter Mandelson or some tosser like that, who would not agree with what's being said. We can't stand that, Sadiq Khan bloke. Hey, go on, Adam. Adam Chelts.
What he said about Donald Trump expect to protest and all that, I would have actually took that as a threat.
Exactly.
Well, John Bercow was the other one. John Bercow said he wasn't welcome in the Commons, the Speaker of the House of Commons. Now, if I was an American, I would be insulted by that. The fact that this bloke who is saying that and he's in charge, he's got such power. I cannot understand how anybody could be so arrogant as to assume that position allows them to hurl such a grave insult at a great ally.
Can I get
incredible? What a tosser. That Bercow and Sadiq Khan. A couple of tossers, the two. Eh?
Bercow's been accused of bullying, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, Barbara. Yeah, apparently so.
All the stuff around Trump and the Trump protest is wishful thinking. It's the left trying to normalize protesting against the President of the United States. Look at it. If we were looking at this 10, 15 years ago, you think it would have been normal for anyone to get out there and protest a state visit from the President of the United States?
Okay,
No.
hold on a sec. We have got an alternate view, though, David. Jay Carey says, I'm still amazed how a real estate mogul turned celebrity, turned warmonger even happened. Well, hold on a sec. He wasn't a warmonger, was he? Was he a warmonger? Has he been a warmonger at all? I don't think he has. But nonetheless, yeah, it is amazing. I agree with you. It's quite amazing. But then, I mean, the idea of having Clinton, who was on the Saudi payroll. Man, imagine her on the Saudi payroll. What's the deal with the Logan Act? I don't know. You're the American. You tell me. Eh?
Noni.
Lopi.
Darling, Noni, I am in Ohio, and obviously my home is in Bristol. But even though there's over here, we see a lot of news about England and UK saying that the president is not wanted. That's not true, because you have to remember that the media over there is just as bad as the media over here. And it could be, it's in all actuality, it's almost even worse, because it is over here, we don't put up with as much shit as they do over there, because that's the way England is. They're far more reserved, even though the people get more angrier, they bottle it up more. And the problem with that is that, you know, all hell breaks loose eventually, but the fan. And we've got people like Sadiq Khan trying to oust everybody. They've got more issues as that than the United States does, and it's all basically becoming one-sided. So I wouldn't look at the president being in danger over there or being unwanted. I think the majority of the English people like and fantasize the president because he's doing something that their government isn't doing for them. He's bringing back the United States to being the United States.
I think also, Lopi, it would be fair to say, though, that there are a lot of us, and I'm not speaking for anybody else here, but I am speaking for myself. And the question, the reality of Trump, is he actually deep state? And just, you know, just to you know, in fairness, just to balance this a bit, yeah. Because the God's honest truth is we don't know. We don't know. And yes, it is peculiar that this billionaire, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here type character, or whatever the bloody hell that thing was, is president of the United States. Is completely ridiculous. God knows. Next we'll have George Clooney, and we probably will. Jay Carey says, and why he does make a good point here. He bombed Afghanistan on the Easter after he was brought into office with the MOAB, and no, sure, okay, yeah. But also, I do wonder how much just a scenario, a possibility, a theory that maybe he is actually a white hat who we know that he broke the GOP as well as the Democrats during that campaign. Incredible. Fantastic. Wonderful. Got rid of dualistic politics. Well, not quite, but hold on, whoa, Lopi, just a sec. In fact, oh, blimey, hold on a sec. I'm gonna, in fact, you know what? Oh, God. Oh, blimey. Look, okay, I'm going to do this through the outro just to finish this point. Is that Trump? Who knows? We don't know. Oh, God. Well, a lot of us are just... Oh, we've got to hope for something, haven't we? We've got to hope for something. But yeah, he could be a fake. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. I don't know. And I think it's absolutely disgusting. To you, Noni, that anybody... should that Sadiq Khan or whatever should use their power to say, because we don't like this guy's politics. Would have preferred to have had Hillary Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein's pal, Bill Clinton's mate, Saudi mate. Unbelievable. But I'm not saying I don't know about Trump. Go on, Lopi. You were going to say. Go on, Lopi.
Would Clinton be president? Oh, no way. I taught myself before I let that happen.
Look, I want to say...
Reagan become president, Obama's wife.
Look, David, you're on now, aren't you? David Wolf, yeah? Hive Mind.
Yeah.
Good.
Hive
Excellent.
Mind.
Okay, that's gov.ly/hive. And he'll be on. You better go and start streaming, mate. You're supposed to be on. Yeah. And that's Barbara Sherritt was with us, and Carl Stephen, Adam Chelts, who also does a radio show, but he didn't do it tonight because he's a lazy git. And Lopi. And thank you, Adam. And Mickey. Yeah, me. That was the Daily Chaos on Friday. Back on Monday with various people. Yeah. Tess Angel from the CPO, the Child Protection whatnot, on Monday. And Daryl Goodliff talking about UKIP. On Tuesday, I've got Timothy Scott talking about South Africa. South Africa. Another hotspot. So we're beginning to get some guests again, yeah? I want to thank everybody who's got involved in the show today and all this week. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody in the comments. Yeah, God bless you. Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. And if you can chuck us a few quid, if you want to support the show, paypal.me/Brexit. Thank you. Funky music, eh? Sunday, 1 o'clock, Parliament Square. Speaker's Corner. 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock at Whitehall. Yeah, local anaesthetic.